Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and I think this will probably be a short video. I haven't had a lot of crafty time. One, because I have the pleasure of driving my son around for football activities, fitness training, and contact days and things like that. But then also the other day, you guys, I threw out my back. And it's shocking because I was just blow drying my hair. You know, like when you lean forward to throw your head down to get the underside and give yourself a little volume. And in doing so, I felt a terrible pain in my back. And then of course I wasn't able to get to the chiropractor right away. I had to go drive to Children's Hospital, but I mean, it's been a few days now and I'm still icing it. And I bought these heat packs that go on my back, and I'm doing much better. Today has been the best day, but I do have a few crafty things that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so the first thing, as I did make something with yarn, I knitted a hat. I found this in my scrap yarn bin, which is just right over there, where I put the partial balls. And honestly, I feel like the last time I used this yarn was probably 4 years ago when I made ponchos for my second graders. This is a Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and it's like a fluorescent type of yarn. I can't remember what it's called, like highlighter or something, but these are some bright colors. Again, just in case you're just new to the channel, I knit the Ross hat. He's on Ravelry. He also has his own YouTube channel, Smells Like Yarn, and you can find links to his hat through there. I might dig around and post one in the description for you. And in order to make it for second graders, he has you do the border and then start the decrease at 6 inches. I just do it at 4.5. But anyway, when I was looking through my hats from my hospital stay and all that, I found that I have a significant amount of more feminine hats, if you will. I don't want to say girl hats, because every once in a while I have a kid that shocks me, and there'll be a guy that chooses a pink or purple hat. But for the most part, traditionally, more girl hats. So I was like, you know what, I actually have more than enough, and I just needed to make maybe 5 or 10 boy hats and I'll be all ready for Christmas. Now, I don't know if a boy would choose this. Maybe they would. There's a lot of black. There is pink in there. So I was like, well, okay, back to the drawing board. My next plan, as somebody suggested in the comments, was to make hats in the color of superheroes. So for instance, maybe with Superman, red, blue, and yellow, because he is yellow as well, or Batman, black and yellow. So, I mean, that's a really good idea. So I did knit a hat. This did only take me a day or two. I've gotten really good at it, and I don't make mistakes really anymore because I'm not very good at undoing my mistakes. The other crafty type thing I have been doing lately is I started watercoloring. I follow tutorials by Andrea Nelson. She has her own, I want to say she has some kind of TikTok or Instagram, but she also has a YouTube channel. And she just does these really quick, basic, short explanations. Just in case you're wondering what the things that I bought at, why can I not remember? Hobby Lobby are some Royal, I don't have reading glasses on. I can't read it very well. But 2 packs of paintbrushes. I wanted to have some pointy ones and some flat ones. She has her own set of stuff you can buy online, but I just bought, this is a Master's Touch watercolor set. And the nice thing about these kind of sets, and the reason why I chose this is because in her videos, she'll fill this lid with water, like with a squirt bottle. She takes a squirt bottle and squirts her watercolors, pss, 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 and then she squirts puddles into here, and then she leaves one puddle, just clear water, and sometimes she has you wet your paper with the clear water first. And then she'll mix colors into these other lids. So that's what I've been doing. It did come with a paintbrush, but I haven't used it at all. It's just in here. So this is the watercolor set. I got it that I really liked is that it does have some glittery colors down here, which I thought was fun. Like a shimmery yellow, gold, copper, some blue, and a black. So this is the watercolor set I got. I want to say these paintbrushes were like $7.99. It was half off. And then the paints were like more than 12, less than 20. I can't remember. And then I bought this mixed media paper set. This was a book for $7.49. And it says on here, accepts wet and dry media. Versatile, heavyweight paper, acid-free. But the thing that does bother me, as you can see, is that it is affected by the wet paper. Of course it is, but I guess I didn't think it would be. I feel like I've shown you guys a few of the watercolors. This is the first one I ever did. It's terrible. It's just a strawberry with some green flecks on it. Then when I was with my son at Mount Olympus, I tried to do more of an abstract one where I made circles and different sizes with lids, and I painted them. Not that exciting. This one I thought would be better than the others, but it's really not. It's blowfish. Some of the blowfish are cuter than the others. And then I just took a color pencil. I probably could have made them bigger, but I'm just learning. Now this next one I think is my favorite. These are ladybugs. Look at that. Now that one I feel like I did much better on. I like it better. And these were just red blobs that then I took a black thin Sharpie, and I got the Sharpies at Five Below. They're not really Sharpies, but fine point pens. And then after the ladybugs were all painted, and then I did the detail with the Sharpie, I then went, after that dried, and went and did the green for like leaves. Some of them they are walking on, and others they're just flying. So that's a flying one, that's a side view, that's a top view. So I actually really liked that one. And this one I made, it's a coffee cup one. I actually made a different version of this smaller and used it for my husband's Father's Day card. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah. But I think that's the last that I have done. I haven't done a watercolor since the 16th. But it's been a fun little hobby. Am I getting better? I don't know. It's just something to do because I am really trying to not work this summer, which is hard because my school got a new ELA curriculum. And I know eventually I'm going to have to really focus, but I was really trying to say for the month of June, maybe into July, 0 educational work. I do have some really great ideas, and I am thinking about reviving the YouTube channel, Summer's Tips in Teaching. It's obviously still there, but I hadn't made a video in a really long time. I'm going to start by reviewing, oh, you know what? I'm going to insert a clip right here after this, and then I'll talk to you. Hello. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm inserting or where I'm inserting this clip, but I'm making this little clip about my, upside down, my Teaching Texan.com, www.teachingtexan.com, my teaching planner. Now, this is the 3rd year that I've gotten this planner. I was actually doing research online, watching a bunch of different planner reviews. And I came across the Teaching Texan and I liked it best. And I'll show you a little bit in here. This is just a quick little video to let you all know that I'm opening it. There will be a link in the description to the planner review that I will post on my teaching channel. It's actually very close to Summer's Tips and Stitches. It's Summer's Tips in Teaching. I started it last year, that channel, to talk about teacher things because I didn't want to overwhelm my crafting, knitting, crocheting friends with teacher stuff. But it's not doing real well. Okay, so here is the opening of this planner. Every year he gives us a can cozy, and this says, I'm in my teaching era. I actually have a sweatshirt that says I'm in my crochet era. So crochet and teaching. Here is a little coupon card. I'm not going to flash it up in case you want to see it, but his name is Bryce, and he does give you, once you buy the planner, a coupon code because he also sells other teaching resources, worksheets, games, activities, whatever on his site, not just planners. Okay. And then it's always very festively decorated. And this is my planner this year. Last couple years I've gone with the rainbow theme. The first year was actually rainbows. And then the next year it was rainbow hearts. It was hearts in rainbow order because I love rainbows. But this year I decided to go with a floral theme. And so this is the cover. You can get it personalized. It does cost a little bit extra to have your name on it, but in case you leave your planner somewhere, it is nice. And this says you can get it with your name and your school. And then there are a few perks in this planner, but the thing that I wanted to say about it, and then I will give a more detailed review later on, is that you can choose how many. Of course, there's charges depending on what you want added or taken away from your planner. I just get the basic one. But what's really nice about this is that there, which is very much needed in this world of technology today, is a passwords page. And then there's a year holiday calendar. And then you can do your classroom birthdays. But these pages I really love. You can use this for taking notes or doing group arrangements or seating charts. You get quite a few pages like that. And then the other thing that I like that I didn't really use as much this year is a contact log. When you write down whose parent did you talk to, why did you talk to them, he gives you a little bit of a key to help you. If you're, I just never logged it this year. I saved emails. That's what I did. I created folders in my email account, and anytime I emailed or received an email from that parent, I drug it over. But then also he gives you a month all laid out, and then inside of that month is a daily or a weekly layout, and you can either go this way or you can go this way. You could have Monday through Friday here, or you could go across and have the weekend. And then I usually do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I list my information down the side. I put the date here. You also have the option of putting that having your days of the week and that in there. There's an additional charge for that. I just figured I'll write it in there for free with cute colored markers. And so that is the layout. At the end of every month, he does give you notes pages. This time, because I chose the flower motif here, I chose the decoration of bloom in here. So all of my months have flowers in them. Each of them have some kind of a flower plant. You see that? Those are blueberries. That's kind of weird. And so yeah, each of my month has a flower theme to it. That's the one for November, like a little cactus. But after I go through all the way at the end, there are more notes pages. And then the other thing that I really like that this one has are checklists. So right away at the beginning of the year, when I get my class list, I list them down in number order, and I number order them based on alphabetical of their first name. I know that sounds random. A lot of people do alphabetical off a last name. I change it to first name, okay? And I have my reasons. And that's because they put their names on their paper, and then when you want to put their papers in their worksheet cubby, you look at that name, and now you have to try to remember their last name as well. And since they're just putting their first name on it, I organize it by their first name. It does make the kids sad who are usually, their last names start with an A and a B, because sometimes they end up further in the alphabet. But anyway, I love these checklist pages because I leave it open, and sometimes my teacher's aide can use this. And if, let's say, I've passed out a permission slip, or I passed out something that they need to have turned in on time, I can just write up here, maybe, did they turn in their reading log? And so I'll put 9/24 read log. And then the teacher's aide can just put a check right here. Who turned in their reading log? Or maybe, who turned in their Tuesday homework. She can just quick put a check right down there, and then I can have that visual just so I know, okay, I haven't gotten handwriting back from whatever. And there's like lots of pages of these checklists. This is what old-fashioned teacher grade books used to look like, you know, because you could also put the assignment or the child's name, the assignment, and what grade they got. But now all that stuff is computerized these days, which is nice because the computer fills it out. So I always actually pay a little bit extra for more teacher checklist pages. And then the end is notes. Now, the other thing that I do with this planner is I bring this planner with me to every meeting I go to during the school year. Every single meeting. And the reason I do that is I can take all the notes for everything that I need. Whether it's in service, whether it's a PLC, whether it's a weekly staff meeting or an emergency meeting, I take notes in for my staff meetings and whatnot. I do them in the month. So at the end of November, when they have these are the pages that I take my staff meeting notes on. And anytime I have any other kind of a meeting, like I said, PLC, any kind of all school meeting, any kind of meeting that I have to do that's not specifically related to elementary staff meeting, I take notes on these pages here. And that way, whenever I want to reference anything, I know that I probably took notes for it in my planner. I have debated on whether or not eventually I'll just bring my Chromebook and type notes. The other really cool thing that this planner has, which I'm not necessarily thrilled with the color, is planner stickers. So you can label, and these are teacher-based. You can label your IEPs or your PLCs, meeting, in service, and you can label those with these specific stickers, which I really loved. Those of you who don't know, IEPs is Individualized Education Plan. Being that I teach at a private school, we have what's called an ISP, an Individualized Service Plan, but it's essentially the same thing. And then if our kid does receive IEP, or we're in public school, or does receive Title I or speech, we do still have IEPs. So I have IEPs, ISPs, and then PLC, which I forgot what that stands for, but that's a meeting where it could just be all elementary teachers, or it could be K through 2 elementary teachers, or it could be like all history teachers. And they're essentially planning meetings for different groups of teachers to help us all stay on track. Anyway, so we have those kind of meetings, and those are usually every other week. So it's nice to have those stickers. And then I'm trying to see what's on this second page of stickers. It won't turn. Oh, it's the same thing. It's just 2 pages of those. I never fully use up all of my stickers, so what I do is I take the stickers from last year's planner that I didn't finish, and I tuck them in here, and I use those too. The other thing that I really love about this planner, in addition, is it does have a pocket folder for handouts and things that gets passed out. And then here's the back page of the planner. The back, one side looks like this, and then the other side looks like that. And then the last thing that I love about this planner is that it is laminated. It's a nice sturdy page so that when you're putting it in and out of your bag or carrying it, this page doesn't like bend and curl. It's just as beautiful on the back as it is the front. It says stop and smell the lavender. So yeah, I love that I got this planner. These are educational planners. So I'll put a link in the description, not only to the full review that I'll do and on my teaching page, but also I'll put a link to the Teaching Texan. If you know someone that is a teacher, or you're a teacher yourself and you want to get them a nice present, this is good. This is a good gift. And I like it because June is like my one free month. The school is finished. This is my one vacation. And this planner starts right in July. So I can start getting ready to lay out things for the school year. And this summer is going to be a little bit of a working summer for me because we did get the new ELA curriculum. But anyway, this is my little planner opening. I was so excited to share it with you guys because I do know that some of you are teachers or have teachers in your family. And these planners are amazing. I will tell you though, I want to say the planner themselves are roughly in the $40 to $48 range, and then the shipping and handling. So this is an investment, but literally I carry this around with me every day. I love this planner because I'm a writer. I'm not a typer. I'm in my 40s. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm sure another clip is going to come in about something here. Yeah, so that is the new planner that I just bought, and I'm going to do a thorough review on my teaching channel. But then there are some ideas that I've been thinking about in my brain, like problem solving issues that I had during the school year that I've been coming up with ideas. So I will start working on Summer's Tips and Teaching again. Okay, now, so today I'm going to go to a friend's house and I'm going to be doing some crafty stuff. I'm not even quite sure everything that I'm going to bring. I'm going to bring stuff to knit a hat because if all else fails, I'm going to do that. I'm bringing that kit from the Pioneer lady to make the tea towel. And then I'm also bringing a pair of white canvas shoes that I bought at Walmart for like $7.97 or $8 or $9. I don't know, it was less than $10. And some Sharpies, and I'm gonna color on those. I feel like I've showed you a while ago, I did a pair that had lace ups, and this is just gonna be a slip-on pair. So and then I also got 2 crochet kits. There was an amigurumi kit at Walmart, a red heart, and it was like $10 to $12. And then y'all, I saw one at the Dollar Tree, so it was $1.05. I'm actually thinking about doing a full video on that one. So I need to get crack-a-lackin' on that. So those are the things. I'm going to a friend's house. We're gonna sit there for a couple hours and we're gonna do crafty things. She's got her own crafty stuff that she does. I got my own crafty stuff, and we're just gonna do that together at her house. But I did check my P.O. box, and I haven't done that in a really long time. And I saw that I had some mail. So, you know, it's just that I don't know why I haven't been checking my P.O. box. I did get a lot of riffraff in there. So I got this little note on some really beautiful paper. It says, "Have a nice day," and it's a very long letter. I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna read the whole letter on the YouTube. But thank you, Barbara. I will read it personally. That is really pretty. That was like watercolor. So I will read that in a moment. I don't want to pause and unpause the video again because then I have to mash it up in the editor. And then I got a package here from Judy. Judy is in Minnesota, I believe, if I can remember my state abbreviations. Let's see what we got in here. It's double packaged for safety. Okay. And there's a cute sticker on here. Kind of wanted to tell you guys about a crazy experience I had after I opened this package. Her sticker reminded me of the experience. And then, wow, I don't have any scissors over here, Judy, and this is hard to open. Okay. Ooh, let's see what we got here. I've always wanted to buy one of these little sets, but I never have. And very cute little project bag. Look at that. Okay, Judy, let's read the card real quick. I don't have my reading glasses, so I just have contacts in. It says, "The future is bright as the promises of God." Ooh, here's a cute card, you guys. This is Minnesota. My sister just moved from Minnesota. One of my sisters lived in St. Cloud, or she was going to college there. I have no idea where my other sister lived. St. Paul, or St. Michael. Oh, this is hilarious. It says right here, "P.S. The map on the card isn't correct, but I still like it." So maybe that is like, so my 2 sisters live in Minnesota. First, one sister moved out there. Sorry, Judy, I'm gonna read this in a minute. And she lived to St. Michael. And then the other sister came out, stayed with her, and went to college in St. Cloud. Then the second sister, the younger one, moved somewhere up north. I can't tell. I don't know. And then the other one moved back to Wisconsin. It says, hi, Summer. Here's a little happy mail for you. The yarn is from a dyer that no longer dyes. I made the bag and the stitch marker. Oh, there's a stitch marker. I'm keeping your family in prayers. Enjoy, Judy. Thank you, Judy. And I want to let you guys know, I do have the funny story that I'm going to say, but we're going to look at this in a minute. Your prayers for Flynn have been going, have been really helpful lately, you guys. Okay, here's the stitch markers. See how that's that beautiful flower? And this is Mystery Minis. And this one is coming apart. There's no information on there, but that's okay. It looks to be like worsted, 3 or 4 weight. Really nice. This might be nice to make a hat for myself out of and have those beautiful colors. I of course love the colors. But we just got back from Minnesota, because you heard me say it. I had to drive, not Minnesota, to I had to drive to Children's Hospital for Flynn's appointment this week with my back hurting. And here's a cute project bag. Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much, Judy. The doctor's appointment went really well for Flynn, you all. He is now able to reintegrate into society. She said his T-cell count is high enough that he can fight, you know, the little germs here and there that we don't even know we're picking up. His immune system would be able to manage that. And so we're obviously supposed to be careful to avoid large crowds, not go around people that are sick the best we can. So I'm really thrilled about that. He went right away and had a play date with one of his friends. I don't know if 11-year-olds call them play dates anymore. He has another play date today. And I'm gonna drop him off at a friend's house before I go to my crafting thing with my friend. And he rode with me to school to pick up Jaren, so he's doing really good. His hair is almost, you know, a normal, because he was a little long, a little shaggy when we went into the hospital. His hair is growing in. We're thinking about bringing him in to get a haircut. He can go to friends' houses, and they said he's on track to go to school, and they said in the fall. And I'm like, okay, so I'm a little specific here. When you say in the fall, do you mean October, or do you mean at the beginning of the school year? And she said the beginning of the school year. So you guys, that's still my #1 prayer right now, is that Flynn's T-cell count is high enough for him to start school in August, go to middle school with all the middle schoolers, and be back. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for the prayers, everybody. It's been a very transitional year for us. Maybe not transitional, just an upset of a year, I guess. So it'll be nice to be having a normal year next year, where all of us are going to school. We're all here together. It was hard for the big kids and Brandon for me to be in the hospital for a month and a half to 2 months. And it was actually a long recovery to get back. And now we're just slowly easing into Flynn being able to go and do things, and that will be nice. So thank you so much, Judy. Barbara, I will read the card. It's just I don't have reading glasses on right now. Can't hardly see a word. You guys, funny story, and then this video is over. So I was scrolling around through Facebook the other day in my home state here in Wisconsin, and I saw an event, and it said, pick your own flowers. And I looked through it, and it said Butterfly Garden LLC, pick your own flower event. All you need to do is come, supplies will be provided. And so I did some digging around on it, and it looks like it's $1 a stem. So in my mind, I'm picturing kind of like, you know, where you go to those pick your own strawberry events, where they have a big field of strawberries and you come up with a bucket and you pick your strawberries, or the pick your own cherry. They do that in Door County, where they have like a big orchard and you go through all the trees. So that's what I'm thinking of. So I go and look at the event. I say I'm going to attend, and I looked at the address listed on the Facebook posting, and I drove out to it. It was from 5 to 7. And there's kind of like a big house. There's kind of like a big U driveway, and kind of towards, it's on the water, like a lake, I'm guessing, or a river. I don't know, it's Wisconsin. And there's like a boat dock, but there's like nobody there. And so I'm waiting, and slowly about, I would say by the time 5 o'clock, 5:05 rolls around, there's like 15 cars, and we're all looking out here like there is nary a garden to be seen anywhere. And there's this big house. One of the gals gets out of her car, stands on the porch of the house that we're standing by, this big U driveway. And this guy comes out and he's like, "What are you all here for?" And my sister actually drove her own car, and she was there. She's like, "It's a pick your own flower event." And he's like, "Oh, my wife put the wrong address." He's like, "You need to go to this address." So we get that all in our GPSs. It's really not that far, like 3 minutes down. We go out on the main road, drive down. And we come to, you're driving down this country road. There's a big cornfield on the right. And on the left, you can tell there's another field of some kind of low growing plant, definitely not corn. And then in front of it, evenly spaced out, are like 4 houses. Not huge yards. And again, I'm still not seeing a big flower garden, but there's the address. The GPS says you have arrived at your destination. So I parked on the road alongside the cornfield, and mind you, now there's like 15 other cars of ladies all out here ready to pick our own flowers. I brought my sister, well, she drove herself, and then Mady came with, and her friend came. And the gal's like, "Hey, everybody, come around to the back." And in her backyard was a garden. Now, it wasn't huge. I would say it was about the size of our patio, which I don't know feet to measure it for you. But our patio fits 1 table with 4 chairs, a grill, and like a little row of pots where I grow my flowers, right? It's a very small, like it's like the size of a bedroom. Now I can imagine that's a pretty large garden to manage, and it was very well taken care of. She had some like some kind of gardening black paper or plastic on the bottom, so just the flowers came up. There was no weeds, and they were some beautiful flowers. She had like some baby's breath growing, some kind of lilies, these really beautiful purplish red flowers, Queen Anne's lace, a yellow version of Queen Anne's lace, and I call them tiger lilies, but I don't know if that's the real name. And she's like, and like I said, there's about 30 ladies there. A couple, like, it would be like how me and my daughter's friend was in one car. Like 2 or 3 ladies would come out of a car. And she's like, "Okay, everybody, here are the cutters, here are the cups." It was $12 to fill a styrofoam cup, or $1 a stem. And she just wanted us to go right into her garden and like pick the flowers. It was actually kind of wild. So I ended up, I think Mady picked 10 or 11 flower stems, and I picked 8 or 9. I just gave her 20. So it was like a lady having a garden in her backyard. I am actually thinking about going to get you guys the flowers so you can see. I'm going to have to pause my video. But yeah, we went into this lady's backyard. We went into her garden. We cut the flowers we wanted, and she had a cash box, and we just like gave her $20. And it was, I mean, it was nice. The flowers are pretty, but I guess in my mind, I thought I was going to, like I said, like a field. Like, I don't know. I didn't think I was going to some lady's backyard. But on the other hand, I feel like they're beautiful flowers. She planted them. She wanted to share them with others. She's probably a stay-at-home mom with little kids. And this, you know, like I crochet hats, or I was painting wine glasses, and I would sell them. Somebody would be like, "Oh, Summer, can you paint me a wine glass with a flower on it?" And I would, and I'd sell it to them for $8. You know, I feel like, I don't know. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get the bouquets that Mady and I cut, okay? Okay, so these are the flowers. Now, I don't know, are these lilies? We picked those. One of them has suffered a little damage. I just combined the lilies, and then here are the other, like, wildflowers. I mean, they're beautiful, and for $20, I think that's nice. So that's what we did. That's what Mady and I did yesterday. Then we went to Olive Garden. Here's my pile of some crafts like I'm bringing to my friend's house. But anyway, yep, so I don't know if we're gonna do it again, but those are the beautiful flowers. They really are beautiful. Look at that. I don't know much about flowers. I'm hoping these like pods bloom, even though they're in water. I don't know if like cutting them and putting them in water ruins it. I will tell you on the way home, because it took like 15-20 minutes to drive out there, the car was full of bugs. Look how beautiful those ones are. And then some daisies and some little purple ones. There's that kind of purple flower. I don't know what that one is, but they are pretty. Okay. That's what Mady and I picked, $20 worth of flowers there. Okay, so that's the end of my video. Thank you, Judy and Barbra, for the cards and the gift. I guess I'm gonna start this busy day of driving Jaren and Flynn around and hopefully get some good crafting time with my friend. And then I'll show you guys what I made at her house, if I can maybe make something and not talk as much. All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.